Hello and welcome to my studio journal. Now back in 2022, I started to redesign my home studio, shifting from software to hardware for the first time. What began as a few videos for some curious students soon became an ongoing unfiltered record. So this next one's going to be a little bit trickier because usually I put these things down on the back like I did with the previous one. I don't have that chance with this one. The good news is because they're, hopefully they're big enough, because this thing actually sits almost on the ground as it is already. I should be able to just kind of screw them into place here, I think. Oh, but of course what I have to do is, once again, I have to slacken up the rest of these a little bit. I don't have to do the very top one. I think the patch bay here should do a good enough job to let a little bit. Whoop. This one's a little bit trickier. Okay, there we go. Loosen that up a little bit. Okay, see where we're at down here. Okay, this might have to go up just a little bit. Okay, so, not sure what the deal is with this. Oh, there we go. That's okay. And how about over here? It goes through there. Are you kidding me? Was that just that easy? Seems to be, yeah, it was that easy. Go figure. Okay, that one, put this in the bottom here. Okay, is this one going to give me a little bit of trouble? Let's see. Good news is building the rack the way I did, it seems to be working, and you can kind of lift things around and do that. I put the bottom rack in, or I put the bottom unit in first, because this way I knew that if I had to grab something and lift it, I could. I was scratching a little bit of stuff, but not much stuff. What I couldn't get over is how heavy these units actually are. Oh no, okay, what's the issue here? Okay, I guess I should have seen that coming. Okay, slack this off a little bit. Okay, I might have to lift this up when I put it in. Like that. Okay, so now, okay, the problem is there's vents here. I'm a little concerned there if I'm seeing all these vents around. So if these things are just feeding heat right into each other, that can't be a great scenario. And I'll just have to double check. Maybe that's not a vent at the top. Maybe I didn't see that right. Proper ventilation, if it's in a rack as it is already, you would think that it would be kind of okay to be sitting there with right beside each other. So anyhow, that's it. So now all I need to do is let's just tighten that one. Didn't have to do that. So let's quickly tighten that in. Tighten this one. And so it looks like this rack actually came together pretty well. And the fact that it can slide in and out, I'm not saying absolutely effortlessly, but it can a little bit. it seems to move. Now, I didn't try moving it with all of this stuff in here because, like I said, I didn't realize this stuff was as stinking heavy as it is. Oops, sorry, get that in there. It's kind of satisfying putting these things into place in the end. That's not a scratch. Okay, that's a different thing there. Okay. And so now the next thing is I would have to go in the back, and I actually have to hook these things into the patch bay. Good thing I had that power. Well, actually I have to hook up the power and everything like that. So that should be it right now. Just need to, that comes forward. What am I saying? There we go. And there, get that out of there, that little bit of dust and all that. Anyhow, so that's it. Okay, it's getting late again, and well, tomorrow's another day. I'm still going to work a little bit in here, but anyhow, so that's what it looks like, all set up and finished. And it's, it tells me what I'm drawing over there. It looks like 0.4 of an amp. I think I'm going to have to double check to see how to read that meter, but I believe that's what it is. Yeah, everything seems to be working now. I just need to crawl back there with the use of all of these different cables, hook everything into the patch bay, but I got to think about how to hook it into the patch bay. If you'd like to follow the full journey, check out my online studio journal linked in the description. Until next time, I'm just a music teacher having fun. Catch you on the next one.